My name is Cole, and for my Punahou Capseeds project, I want to give back to my community. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. I wanted to make as many lives as I possibly could breathe a little easier. So I decided I would share my passion for surfing and the joy of riding a wave with everyone, especially those who don't have access to the ocean. I sought to answer the essential question of how can I help those with disabilities access the ocean and experience the joy of surfing? That is when I found AccesSurf.
AccesSurf is a nonprofit organization that strictly relies upon gifts and charitable contributions to run its programs. I currently am the only full-time paid staff member for AccesSurf Hawaii, and the rest is run by 60 to 75 volunteers that each month come out and dedicate themselves to it. It basically started 5 years ago. It started out of myself and a few others that are therapists that had the desire to want to have an organization that provided adapted services for people with disabilities in the ocean. Currently there wasn't anything available through city and county or through other programs, so we wanted to create a program that families with disabilities could come to for free, get in the water, access the ocean, and have a day at the beach.
I volunteered with AccesSurf so I could help people with disabilities enjoy the ocean and experience the thrill of riding a wave.
Was being 20 years in the service as a therapeutic recreation specialist. I've worked in hospitals and clinical rehab facilities, working with stroke, head injury, spinal cord injury, and seeing their impairments, trying to get them back into quality lifestyle, getting them back into things that they like to do as a therapist. When I moved here to Hawaii, I found that we were limited in the outdoor pursuits that we could provide for people here because there wasn't any outdoor ocean programs. There was a few wheelchair basketball things and a few things to do sports-wise, but we were very limited compared to on the mainland where they had lots of programs and lots of outdoor scuba diving, adapted snow skiing, adapted gliding, and all kinds of stuff. But here, there wasn't any outdoor ocean programs, so that's why we started AccesSurf. People come to the ocean, just like when you go camping, you get outside, you get the mixture of the ocean of positive and negative ions mixing with the sun and the water, producing that negative ion effect, which makes people happy. It actually has an effect on the consciousness and the self-consciousness. So, yes, I think it's an incredible healing agent. Just getting into the water, dipping in, cleansing off. I mean, you seem to let go of everything that you brought here once you jump in the water a lot of times. And that's what we hear from a lot of the participants too, so it's good. Day at the beach for AccesSurf basically starts for volunteering at about 7 a.m. to start unloading the trucks, start unloading the tents, unloading the equipment, getting the boards set up, setting up the wheelchair access pads and mats, and then creating the environment. So that at 9 o'clock when the participants come want to participate in Day at the Beach, they're coming out to want to do adapted surfing, adapted swimming, adapted flotation, and also just to meet other ohana and to mingle from other parts of the island. So they're coming out at 9 o'clock till about 1. And they're doing all these activities, interacting, having a great time. The volunteers then go from setting up to actually implementing the activities, such as, again, the swimming, the surfing, water safety, wheelchair transfers, and even checking out the lifeguard or life jackets, rash guards, booties, and so forth. Then towards the end of the day, about 12 to 1, we start slowly shutting down. We start tearing down all the equipment. We're volunteer-wise. We start washing all the equipment off, loading it back in the trucks, and getting it ready to store for the next Day at the Beach event.
So I have volunteered every month for the past 3 years. Maybe I missed 2 or 3 times, but in the past 2 years, every month. It has really grown me as a person. People take life for granted, and today I don't take life for granted because I'm like fortunate that I do have arms and legs and I can, give back. So It's just a great thing that they do over here at AccesSurf.
I mean, the first time when you meet a person with a disability, obviously, it's just like if you got injured, you need to look at it as they're normal people, okay? They're just like you and me. They want to be talked to, so you obviously would talk to them, find out their name, find out their interests, what they may want to do. Sometimes you got to ask them, would you like to get in the water today? Would you like to go surfing? Would you like to go swimming? What would you like to do? If they say, I'd like to do this, then you ask if you can help them out. And if so, they'll tell you, say, was there any specific things that you would like me to know? Such as limitations of, I can't move my right arm, Mark, but I can move my legs, I'm fine, I can stand, but I need a little help from you. So that way you'd know that you wouldn't have to go through all the problems of trying to pick this guy up and carry him in the water, and actually they can stand. So getting to know the person, asking them how you can assist them the best way possible, they know and they have the right keys to tell you how to help them get in the water. So main thing is just connect with that person, find out their interests and their abilities, and then take it from there to help them in any way you can. I help with obviously the program development, with the program implementation, but I also have to oversee the grant writing and asking for donations and continually working with organizations to let them know our costs, let them know our needs, and let them know that if they can contribute either in equipment or in tax-deductible charitable contributions, that money can be designated for equipment, can be designated for that, and it will, knowing that we have to report to them as well as the government, the nonprofit status, that their money will go to the designated area. And that's basically how we run, is that I have to go seek the funding out so we can keep things going and keep things rolling. We've basically gone to organizations on the island like AccesSurf Hawaii, ARC of Hawaii, Shriners Hospital for Children, and let them know we're doing this free service. If you have families that would like to come out, please let them know we're on this day, this date, come on out. And so we've basically been relying upon word of mouth and having people come out. And we've grown and mushroomed so fast that we haven't had to do a whole lot else because we're the only ones doing it. So we'll have about 80 to, like I said, 60 to 80, 90 families per month come out. And the organization is expanding now to where we're having some full-time programs providing adapted surfing around the island at 3 different locations. We're looking at Kapolei right now at the Disney resorts. We're looking in town in the Waikiki area with the hotels, as well as on the North Shore out at Turtle Bay. And as the long run, the next 5-year plan, we plan to take AccesSurf throughout the islands and also to establish programs like this around, as well as introduce adapted surfing to the Surfing Federation of ISA, the International Surfing Association. To include them in mainstream, adapted surfing is recognized as a sport that people with disabilities can participate. Because right now, they don't have the protocol, so we're writing the protocol for them to do that.